There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name. Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You watching Casino is the name. And yesterday, while at Home Depot, I ran into a friend of mine, and he was telling me about some real estate stuff that he was into. Because, you know, we were both there. I told him I was remodeling the house. He was there working on some house stuff, too. He had some projects going on. He actually has 12 houses on the same street. And he had just, well, he told me about like one of the houses, right? He got it for $20,000. He put $80,000 into it, and then it appraised for $260,000. And he owns 10 other houses on the same street. So he is going to be controlling the after repair values. You know, he's going to be controlling the market values, I guess, or whatever. For all the houses on his street, because he, you know, as he goes through them and remodels them all, he'll get them all reappraised, and like, it's crazy. I mean, he spent $100,000, but built in $160,000 of equity on top of that. So, and he owns 10 more houses on the same street. So if he does the same thing, no, think about it. He can pull the money out. Let's say he has another one. He got to put 80,000 into the next one. Just refinances, pulls out 80,000 out of the other house, puts it in the next one. And he can continue that process until he has them all remodeled and all worth 260 and up, right? And of course, he can rent them out, Airbnb them. I think he said that's what he's doing. He's doing Airbnb. So he's kind of gentrifying his own street or own neighborhoods. Pretty cool. And you could do that still in small towns. Say Atlanta is very hard to do something like that, because the just to even buy a vacant lot with nothing on it can be 50,000, you know, versus in certain areas, you know, Albany, Columbus, Georgia, LEJ, Macon, Georgia, like some of these places you can still buy a very inexpensive house, and standing may need to be completely gutted or might even need to be torn down, but you can buy a house for 25,000. So, you know, and I noticed that even in those areas, when new construction still sells at a premium, right? So it's not like you're gonna go to Macon or go to Albany or go to Columbus, Georgia, and buy a brand new constructed house for a 3,000 square foot house for less than 180,000. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna still spend 300,000, 400,000 on a new construction of that type. And I noticed that smaller houses, of course, are more affordable, but when you get to the 3,000 square foot range, the 2,500 square foot range, the 4,000 square foot range, those houses still sell. I'm gonna say not like Atlanta houses prices, but you're still gonna be in the 3, 4, 500,000, $600,000 ranges, even in a town that has very, very cheap houses, $40,000 houses. It's just that they're typically going to be smaller, less ideal neighborhoods for people who have respectable jobs and careers or trying to move into. Um, and I don't mean any disrespect by that. I'm just saying people who have, you know, lawyers and doctors are not typically trying to move into, you know, 800, 900 square foot single story homes that are in bad neighborhoods, you know. So typically they're looking for space for their family or just a larger size, big yard, things like that. They're looking for certain things. And so because of that, even in a small town, people who have, I guess, a family and some money and things like that, they're willing, or they're being, well, I won't say willing, they're being forced to have to pay more because people know, or I guess the people selling the houses, or maybe the competition in that for those specific houses is just higher, so those houses go higher. I was looking in a town for a family member a house, and it was actually very difficult to find a house that they actually had to raise their ideal amount of money that they wanted to spend, because it was really nothing that was in the range that they were trying to get. So they had to go up higher. I just want to come on here and say that, my dog dropped 20 buying a house that needed a lot of work, put 80,000 into it, so he was all in at 100,000, and it appraised for 260,000. And he has 10 more houses on the same street. You can do that. You can control your own market, your own, not entire market, but the market of your houses if you get a cluster. So that's what his whole plan was. He has 12 houses in the area, 10 on the same street, or 11 on the same street. So yeah, anyway, right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we out. I was always focused on the money. I started with nothing. I was born to be an entrepreneur. I'm a real estate investor. Had my own trucking authority. Multiple college degrees. Ex-military. I'm an author. Motivational speaker. Not to mention I'm an accountant. But with all the things that I've done, it was government contracts that truly made me rich. Yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino Is the Name, and if you wanted to know how I started my trucking business, I have an ebook called Big Shot, Hot Shot Volume 1, Own Your Trucking Authority. It's a great book, 5-star reviews. The link will be in the description below. Go get that. Yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live with a rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really trap. You say you want to be successful, but what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I caught the bus at Basin Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.